In this video, we will learn about the file structure of Coordinator 4. Okay, so open your project directory. So I have created my project inside the documents, YouTube, PHP, CI4 and Prolong. So this is your file structure. The first one is app folder. If we go inside this, then there are few folders like config, controller, etc. So config folder will contain the configuration for our project. For example, if you want to specify some routes, then you will go inside the routes.php and add or update your routes. If you want to define some constants, then you can use the constants.php file and define your constants here. And other configurations will be stored inside the config folder. So the second folder is controllers. This will contain your all controllers. By default there are two controllers, which is base controller and the home controller. Next is database. This will contain migrations and seeds. Migration is used to create database, tables and relations, and seeds are used to insert dummy data inside our tables. We will discuss about this in upcoming videos. Next is filters. The filters will run before or after your controllers. We will discuss in deep in upcoming videos. The next one is helpers. You can create your common functions in helpers, so you can use that function anywhere in your project. For example, if you want to convert your image into base 64, then you can create that function inside the helper function. So you can call that function anytime in your project, so you don't need to rewrite. The next is language. The language folder is used for multi-language support in your website. You can create strings in multiple languages and use them in your project. The next one is libraries. This is a kind of third-party libraries, or you can create your own libraries and paste inside this folder to use in your project. The next one is models. This is our model classes. Here we will store our model classes which will deal with the database. The third party is the third party libraries. Like if we want to use form, URL or any other third party libraries, then we will store those libraries inside this folder. The last one is views. Views will contain our views which will render on the screen. By default there is one view which is welcome_message.php. This is the welcome screen. The next one is public directory. This directory will contain all code which will be visible to users, like assets, images, favicon, .htaccess file, robot.txt file or any other files which are globally visible to users. By default there are four files. First one is the .htaccess file, which is the configuration file for the Apache server. The second one is the favicon.ico, which is the icon of your website which will be visible on the tabs. Next one is the index.php, and the last one is the robots.txt file, which is used for SEO. Next folder is tests. You can create your custom text to check functionality of your website. We will discuss about this later. Another one is the vendor folder. This is the base folder of CI4. all the system files will reside inside the vendor folder. We don't have to modify classes which are inside vendor. If we want to modify some files, then we can extend those files and update their functionalities. The last one is writable folder. Here you can upload your files like videos, images, or any file which is uploaded by users or by you. CodeIgniter also save their cache, sessions, or any other temporary files in this folder. And the next one is the composer.json file. This file is created by the composer itself, which contains configuration of composer. The next file is env file, which is the configuration file of CI4 project. To use this as a configuration file, we have to rename this to .env file. Like if we rename this file to .env file, then this file will work as configuration. And if we open this file in Notepad, then we can see there are few configurations available like base URL. We can specify which is our base URL, and we can define our database here like database host, database name, username, password, driver, etc. And the last file is Spark, which is used by PHP to run our server and other operations. So we don't need Apache server to run our project. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends as well, so I can create more valuable content for you. Follow us on other social media accounts as well. Links are in description of this video.